The original Game Boy cartridge are normally powered by small batteries, small lithium batteries, to keep their save file, right? So, and over time, the battery can run out of power, and therefore the save file will be lost. And then we'll take this original Japanese Mario as an example to show that how do we check that the battery is no longer working, right? So now I come to the select save screen, right? It is shown that my save file is all progress is 0, right? And then in fact, even if I have selected any of the stage and I went ahead to play some of the stages, right? So when I come back and power it off and on again, the progress will still be 0, right? That means the battery inside this cartridge is flat and it's not working, right? So today I'll take this as an example to show that how the battery can be easily replaced, and hopefully easily. Hopefully I don't mess up too much. Alright, so we can see that this is the original cartridge, and here is the chip that keep the save file, right? And the battery is there to power up this chip. And here is the read-only memory, right? We can only read, we cannot write. This keeps the game program, and this is a multi-bank selector, right? So what does it mean? That I mean, some other video got explained. I will not really explain. It's not used for storage, but it's more like a memory controller. All right. Okay. Then so this it has run flat. We can verify that by using a multimeter. So in general, the battery that Nintendo have selected is pretty high quality. Right? Some of them they are even working after all these years. Right? So let's take a measurement. This side versus this side. 0.13 volts. Right? That shouldn't be the case. Instead of, in case there's a bad connection, which I don't think so, we can measure directly the battery, the two sides of the battery, minus 0.127, right? So it's completely flat. Let me take that out, do some soldering. So heat up my soldering iron. Okay, I've turned it on. It's hot now on the tips. And let me get ready my flux. Oh, most importantly, for safety, I need to trying to blow away the toxic gas. That's important. Blow it away from me. Alright, I'm all set up. So first thing, I need to take my tweezers. So first thing, if you realize, right, if we are just strictly going to melt the solder in this way, it's not going to melt so easily, right? That is probably some of the friend the challenge they face, right? Why it looks so easy when other people are doing, but when I do it's completely impossible, right? So by the way, my soldering tip is now already at 350 degrees. Let me get the tweezer first and then I tell the answer. Alright, I got my tweezer and I also got a small knife over here, right? So I'm trying to take this out, and as we are just discussing, right, why it is so difficult to melt this solder, right? That's the reason is this solder that factory use, right? It is in fact different from what we use. They don't use this kind of solder, right? They use high temperature solder, yeah? And the high temperature solder, as name suggests, only melt at higher temperature. 300 degree will not be enough to melt them. And then do we heat up to 500 degrees, 600 degree? No, we don't do that. What we do is we melt a little bit of the low temperature solder which we have and mix those with the high temperature solder that the factory gave us, and this will melt the entire thing and make it possible to see that moving, make it possible to come out. Okay, one end already come out. Now I'm taking out the another end. That's same thing. I'm going to combine. I'm going to mix. This end I haven't had any flux, but yeah, it's working. Right, it is already working. So what we do now is, alright, come out. Yep. And since it is out now, by the way, right, there are big battery and small battery. What Nintendo use seems to be the smaller one, but what I have is a bigger one, but there's definitely enough space to fit in a bigger one. Let's try that now. Yeah? Seems to be enough space, right? I don't think there's a big problem. So I'm going to try the big one. Hold on, maybe before that, let me just test. Let me just test it out. Am I still able to close the shell? There's a big battery on. Do a testing first. It's always, yeah, no problem. Why not? So this will give a lot more power. I would say more longevity to the cartridge. This is a classic game, and I think we're going to enjoy it a lot longer, for just in case, right? So let me ensure that the battery I bought is indeed a good one. Alright, excuse me for the mess that I have created in the desk. You saw that? 3.33, right? That is how it's supposed to be, right? So plus over this side and minus the other side, so I should do it this way, yeah? And let me do that. If I can. So I mean, ideally you need to clear off all this, make it super clean before you actually put new things on. That will be a proper, way of doing things. But well, I'm not so skillful at that. Yeah, I will just do whatever as long as it works. Alright, the solder are melted, but it's not willing to join. Ouch. It's not willing to join with my battery, so I'll add some flux. This side and also this side, back and front, and this side as well, back and front. Add some flux. Okay, so that hopefully it will like each other. Again, not easy, but again, not easy, definitely. And this end, it does stay. And this end, I guess a smarter way would be use some kind of clip to keep it in place first. That could be a smarter way. Alright, do I look smart now? And do this afterwards. It's kind of hard to tell whether I have, oh no, I'm melting some of the yellow plastic insulator. Oh. And you can see that I'm not very good at it, but even someone like myself is able to do. That means everyone can do. Alright. It's still bad, but it looks okay for me, and I don't quite worry about aesthetic of a PCB. So let's put it back on. So we need to do a basic check to ensure that between this point and this point there are voltage. Yes, there are voltage, right? And the polarity is also correct. Let's put back into the shell, and right, cool, totally flush, right? And our screw. This is really high quality screw after this many years, 35 years. That is about the age of this, right? So not sure if we are all older or this cartridge is older. And let's do a test. It is not so easy to test this cartridge because I gotta complete one whole stage, right? So let's do save file B, and is it? It is not exactly easy to beat this level, I remember, but I will try to do so. Oh, in Game Boy you can even hold the turtle shell. I like how the mushroom is of the correct color, you know, in the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy color, right? What I mean is the game is initially designed for DMG, which does not have a color, and let me go. What? Why are not? And then you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Do we have something over here? No, nothing. And there's no color, right? But when it is when we play it on a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color, and magically wow. Oh, invincible. Let me go. What's this? I'm ringing the bell for some reason. Wow, cool. You know what? I'm going to play this game. Ouch! I'm going to play this game. Oh no. The arrangement of the bricks is like that. Probably means there's something in front. Okay. Do I need to go out there? Seems like okay. Seems like I have reached a stage where can I go in already? Mario Land 2. But okay. I think I'm missing something. Maybe 6 of some collectible items, and then only I'm able to open it up. Who is there on top? Is it Browser? It does not look like Browser. But Where am I? How do I play the next level? Okay, here. A tree level. Okay. This is almost just tree zone. This is already the same concept as the Wii U version, which is amazing. I do not know that do we need to separately. Ouch! Ooh, wow. Do we need to? I never see such enemy. Okay, so how do I save? Am I saved? So let me take a chance. I turn it off. Turn it back on. And see, do I have the save file? Yes. Yes, I have successfully replaced the battery of this guy. And then now, what I'm going to do is all this battery replacement. Alright, thanks for watching.